Right, hi. Good Venus. Venus. Let's talk Venus. So, what I want to do first, the question on Venus, the very first question talks about engagement letters. Engagement letters. So, very quickly, just taking you back to the theory on engagement letters, chapter four again. So you can see chapter four is a big chapter, critical chapter. Um, Everything, even before we start accepting this business. Chapter 6 is on planning. We've accepted, we plan. Chapter 4 is very much about what's going on before we even do any of this. So you can see some of here, the things we expect to see in an engagement letter. An engagement letter is a contract. Contract. Almost. What are our responsibilities? What are your responsibilities? What are we trying to do? What's the aim here? I'm trying to give true and fair audit based on a framework. Your responsibilities, fees, limitations, liability caps, um, the fact that you're going to share with me all the information I need, who the engagement partners are, who the engagement team is, how long the audit will take, limitations on the audit liability, and we're going to bring any special people in, any experts in, that kind of debate and that kind of angle. So the truth is that when it comes to discussing what could change, or if you like, what could in terms of what might we need to update, well, the scope of what it is we're trying to cover. There might be inventory might have increased, your business might have grown, so you won't expect us to be carrying out and charging you the same thing we did the previous year this year if you have grown in business. So, and if there are more things to cover. So the question really is here is in terms of asking to change if we have a different partner, if you that sort of thing. That's what's really happening. And I think your work is quite good. You're quite clear on what is going on. So starts off the question, if you look at the question, says that identify and explain two factors which would indicate that the engagement letter should be revised. So you talk about the engagement letter, um, if there is a change in the size of the business, yes, that's one thing. Um, if there's a change in the senior staff, exactly. Yeah, these are full marks here, so I'll give you 2 marks over here, if you like. Or the scope of the audit, that sort of thing, the size. But you're right. That's the key point, really. 6 things that should be included. Very good. The objective and scope, responsibility of auditor, management, basis on fees, explanation that this are expectations that the manager will provide written representation. Very good. All very good. All very good. Good points. Um, here. Fees, liability caps, those are all sort of very technical issues you can just write down that no one can dispute if you like. And yes, of course, in trying to get other previous year gain an understanding of the business, previous auditors, looking at last year's file, management accounts, prior year financial statements, board minutes, discussion with management, company website, all very good, all very good. Good marks, and I think I'll give you 5 here. I think you've picked up all the marks there. I mean, this question again, I think over time now you're very good at picking up what the risks are here. And again, all I want to highlight is the fact that you must highlight the consequences, and you do. This means that the assets are overvalued and profits being overstated, or even the fact that assets are overvalued and overstated. That's a key point there. But again, let's look at what the issue is here, is that they want to change their useful lives. So you want to ask why, what's the reasoning, what's going on? And you want to look at yourself. And then the key point, again, like I've highlighted before, is you want to look at what's going on with the sale of assets. If they're telling us they want to increase it 4 to 5 years, and they're always selling assets off by 3 years or 4 years, that it means that that's not true. It's not hitting 5 years, right? So that's kind of your other thing that you want to check when you look at the fixed asset register. But your response is actual things. You're not giving us a full detail of the test, but you're saying this is the test I would do. Right. Yes, you will discuss, but don't end it discuss there. This is a sample should be taken to see. Yes, that's right. You've written it. How often they're replaced. Good, very good, very good, very good, very good, very good. Okay, great. So let's see. Let's move on to the next one. Inventory is held in 5 warehouses. So there is a risk that yes, that we won't be able to calculate this, and it might be understated over there. So we need to decide how we're going to get there, if you like. If you like to see this. There was a fire, it's gone down, scrap value. Is this really the full amount, if you like? We're gonna have to bring in an expert. We look at post year end to look at the sale, which you've said. Very good, very good. So you're kind of picking up you're picking up the right things. Insurance claim has been submitted. So yes, it's been submitted. You're waiting to hear. So the risk here is that these guys are going to do something like this: um, debit some sort of receivable, insurance receivable, if you like. Um, if you like, that's the risk here is that that's what they're going to do, credit some type of income, something weird like this is the risk that you're kind of interested in, and you can see this helps both, that's an asset and that's some kind of income, so you haven't received it yet. Exactly, remove it from profit. So the key point is we want to ensure that the risk that you have included as an income. So if the very good, very good. Yeah, I think we're there. I think you're there. You know what's going on here. I'm happy. I'm happy. Good, awesome. So and then finally the bank rec. We that's just not even possible. It must be. You must rec. It must agree. There's no sort of, oh, it doesn't matter. We must, and that's not your job, if you like. Again, the auditors, you be aware, and if you like, they must. So it means that to a certain extent, this you can also put here. This means that you're now, of course, professional skepticism. You probably don't think you can rely on the controls, and you're wary, if you like, of what's going on. So please review those answers again there. But overall, this is a good. I thought this was a good. I've given you marks there in terms of the 5 audit risks. I probably would give you. I think so far, I think from here, you could have picked up. I think I'm going to give you 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 there, and then that kind of takes you 7 plus 5, 12, 12 plus 3, 15, 15 plus 2, 17. So kind of getting there, closer to 17, maybe 16 out of 20. Yeah, and this is better. Very good. Good work.